Welcome back to another vlog. Today is actually the next day, but I'm vlogging about the previous day because I was kind of busy throughout the day. I was actually hanging out with one of my friends and kind of just took up the whole day. I didn't really have like any kind of free time to film video or the vlog. And I think spending time with my friend, it really did help distract me from like not having any urges to want to smoke, you know? We were just able to keep each other company and not really like be distracted with anything else. Just like and that person doesn't smoke. So like I said in the last vlog, if you surround yourself with people that don't do the bad habits that you don't want to do, like then you'll be able to break that bad habit. Because if you do like your bad habit in front of people that don't do your habit, they're gonna look at you mad funny. Like let's say you smoke cigarettes, right? I don't smoke cigarettes, but let's say you do smoke cigarettes and you're hanging out with people that hate the smell of cigarettes. It's gonna be very awkward for you, and you're gonna feel some type of way when you are smelling and reeking of cigarettes. If that makes sense. So being surrounded with people that have similar goals, or not goals, but like the habits that you want, right? If you hang out with the people that have the habits that you want, you're more likely to implement those kind of habits, right? If you hang out with the people with bad habits, you're most likely gonna pick up those bad habits as well. Like I unintentionally picked up smoking weed as a habit. Like it wasn't like I wanted to smoke weed, or like it was like planned out or anything like that. No, like it was just because I was hanging out with my friends. They were all doing it themselves, and I just happened to be in the same room. And then I ended up following along, going with the crowd. It's like that sheep herd mentality type shit. Like it's just like you really do become the people you surround yourself with. So you gotta really watch out for that, honestly. And I have like learned from my mistakes. Learn from my mistakes. Like it's not a good idea to be, even though you think they might be cool, like oh they seem like fun people to hang out with or whatever. It's not worth it. You have to find people that have similar goals to you, that align with your goals. You know what I'm saying? Like it is, if you want to be rich, for example, right? Would you hang out with somebody that's poor? That's lazy. They play video games all day. They watch Netflix all day, or play like watch TV or do whatever, but not make money. What I'm saying? Would you hang out with that person? No. It just doesn't make any sense. Instead, you should be hanging out with people that are driven, that want to go make money, right? Or they already have money, right? That makes sense. You want to hang out with people that already have what you don't have, right? And today was a perfect example of that for me, right? I picked somebody that does not like smoking weed. They don't want to be around weed, and they're gonna harshly judge me if I do smoke weed or smell like weed. And that's honestly been such a great help. Like one thing I will say that was very toxic about my last relationship was that my ex was also smoking weed with me, and it kind of just like enabled that behavior, if that makes sense. Like she already had her own kind of like bad habits before we even met. She used to like hit the vapes, those jewel vapes or whatever, and it was just like her hopping from one thing, smoking one thing to smoking another thing. She just started smoking weed with me, and it was, I can't say I didn't enjoy it, right? I did enjoy having her company and getting high and just like fucking vibing out, talking, getting to know each other and stuff like that. Like that's always such a vibe. You feel me? But it's not like the best for your life. Like if you're trying to find a partner to start like a family with, and all you're doing is getting high all the time, it's not a good look, you know. Especially like if you're like trying to go over their house or they're coming over to your house and you guys both reek of weed, like the parents of the house or whatever. At the time I was living with my parents, but if you are living with your parents or whatever, or other people, they're gonna judge you, and your girlfriend for reeking. It's not a good look. And honestly, Like even though it's fun and you do enjoy it, it's just it's just not worth it. You know, in the long run, it's just not worth it. It just digs it just digs yourself it just digs a deeper hole for yourself, if that makes sense. Like one, you're spending money to buy the thing that you don't want to really be doing. Two, you're wasting time, right? By rolling up, lighting up, and then freaking like finding a place to smoke, right? And then airing out, like getting the smell off of you. Like that all takes up time, like at least an hour, I would say, right? To roll up takes about 5 to 10 minutes, right? That's 5 to 10 minutes right there. Now finding a space to smoke, another 5 to 10 minutes, right? Now actually smoking, that's like 10 to 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes if you roll a fatty, you know, and then now you gotta air out another like airing out. It honestly depends on how much of a uh how much smell you want to get off. You know, if you want to get the most effective, you know, outcome, you want to air out as long as possible. But if you're just like kind of like whatever, like kind of how I was, you air out for like 5 minutes, 2 minutes. It's not a good look, honestly. When I remember a few times when I was with my ex still, and I would smoke right before like even hanging out with her, and then I would just walk into her house reeking of weed. Like, what is wrong with me? Like that is some sick, like really sick mentality stuff, bro. Like I the thing was she didn't have her father living with her. It was like a stepfather. So I didn't really care about like his impression of me really, you know? But that's also not a good way to look at it cuz she is still living in his house and I'm still entering his house, you know? Like that's honestly mad disrespectful. But it is what it is, you know? It is what it is. I don't think it was very professional. I don't think that's the right word. Professional is not the right. Not very gentleman-like, right? Like it's not very gentleman-like. You want to be very, you know, you want to give a good impression basically to people that you want to impress, and you know your girlfriend's stepfather or mother, you know, those are people that you do want to impress. Honestly, especially if you're trying to marry this person, right? You want to make sure that they look at you and they see a stable, secure person. And if you're reeking of weed, bro, it's not gonna work. Just take it from me, for example. I'm telling you, it's not. You know, I'm telling you because, like, in my head at the time, I was fucking delusional. Like, I was like, oh, they're not gonna care. You know, like, oh, it's just a little weed. No one's gonna care. But like, people care. You know, if it smells, people care. You know, they're gonna know like, oh, like this is the guy that smells of weed, and if my house smells like weed, it's because of this guy. You know, then they're not gonna be. They're not dumb. Like you can't assume people are dumb. You know, it's dumb of me to even assume that they're dumb. You know, like don't do that. It just it's just a recipe for disaster, honestly. And I'm I I I'm just glad that like right now I'm doing so good because because I was hanging out with my friend, I didn't have any inclination or any feeling of wanting to smoke, which was like today was like the easiest day for me, honestly. Just like being surrounded by somebody that doesn't have that urge, and then now it made me not want to have that urge, and I was distracted because I had somebody's company, and anytime I needed to, what's it like, you know, anytime I was like kind of bored or whatever, you know, they're there. They're able to accommodate whatever needs I need. And I also, they were actually very nice. They actually helped me clean my apartment. Like they helped me wash the dishes. They helped me sweep the floor, vacuum, organize stuff. And then watching them do that, it motivated me to help out as well. Because I'm not gonna let somebody else clean my apartment for me, like all by themselves. That's you know that's degenerate shit. So so obviously I helped out. You know, I also pitched in to clean up, do this and that, and yeah, like it just being surrounded by a good person will lead to you also being good as well. Like dumb cleaning made me clean. Like I normally wouldn't even clean at all. You know, like I'm lazy as fuck, bro. Like I really hate cleaning. One, I hate washing dishes. Two, I hate like mopping, and three, I hate like freaking cleaning the floors, bro. Like anything related to the floors or the bathtub or the toilets or like anything like that, it's just gross, bro. Like scrubbing things down, I just hate it. Hate it. Anything like that, I just hate it, bro. I don't mind like organizing stuff. Even organized stuff is like, it's it puts so much pressure. Like it just gives me such a headache. Like I hate doing stuff that just like gives me headaches. It's not really a headache, but you get what I'm saying. Like not like fit like literally a headache. It's just like figuratively a headache. Yeah, because it's like, did I do it correctly? And then like if I organize it incorrectly, how am I supposed to get to it later and this and that? Because even today, like when I was trying to find something today, I'm looking through my stuff. I'm just like, I cannot find it, and I don't even know where to look at this point. And what I was looking for was my boosted board charger. Like this bottom part, if you can peep, it's like kind of wide. It's not a micro USB or a USB C or yeah, yeah, it's none of that. It's like thick, the thick weird, like I don't even know, bro. Like it's weird. I gotta find. I found a wire for it, but it doesn't connect to anything. It's like a double of the same side. Like I don't like what is that supposed to even do? I don't even get how to even charge something with that. Like I literally don't even know what to do with that. But yeah, going back to like the dopamine stuff. Like not to say that like it's easy. It is still hard. Like at the in terms of like the my body's reaction. Like there's some things that I can control and some things that I have completely no control over. Like this morning when I did wake up, like in the first time I woke up at like 6 a.m., like 6:30 a.m., 6 a.m. ish, and it was basically because I was sweating profusely. Like I was literally covered in complete sweat, like my whole body, complete sweat, and like my blankets are mad thin. It's just like one thin ass layer. Like there's no way that I could be sweating that much. Like it just doesn't make any sense. And then the only reason that I could think of was because of like the withdrawal symptoms, and that's like something I just have no control over. Like I can control the temperature in the house. I can control what I eat, what I do, and like what the actions that I choose. But I cannot control my body's ability to sweat. Like I can't be like, oh, don't sweat at night, or like don't but the body don't get hot. Like I can't do anything about that, and it's just kind of frustrating because I like to enjoy my sleep. I don't want to wake up mad early just because I'm like super duper hot. Like that's so annoying, honestly. But we got through it. I ended up taking a nap in the middle of the day because, after basketball class, I ate some good food. I went to Wendy's, got some food. After we ate, I got the itis, right? And then I took a nap. I slept for like maybe 2 hours, pretty good. And then after the 2 hour nap, I went to I ended up watching some anime, cleaning the place, and then I went to the city with my friend. It was just to like, you know, chill out a little bit. Then drove them home, and now we're back at home now. It's already like midnight, past midnight. It's like 1 a.m. right now on a Sunday. But yeah, we on Saturday it was a good day, honestly. Very productive. Still going strong with the dopamine detox. Still no porn. Doing great. No smoking weed, no alcohol, and pretty proud of myself right now. Pat myself on the back. And if you're following along with this journey and you're also doing well, give this video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you're detoxing. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.